Every year, the Pittsburgh chapter of the Pro Football Writers Association votes on the Chief Award, which was established in honor of the Steelers founder, Arthur J. Rooney Sr., and it is given to a member of the Steelers organization that best exemplifies the spirit of cooperation with the media that he embodied. This year, we voted for you to win this award because we really appreciate, as beat writers, your willingness to always talk to us. Doesn't matter if you're hurt, if the season isn't going well, or if things are going great. We really appreciate that you're always there, you're always patient, you always have time for us, whether that's in a group setting or the one-on-ones that come after that. We really appreciate it. We know it's not easy to answer all of our questions. And it means a lot that you have taken the time to do that. So, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. As I say, it's just an honor, and thank you guys for voting me for this award. And it's, like I said, it's just an honor just to be included in a bunch of great names who have won this award in the past. So it's just truly an honor, and I know how much this award means to the Rooney family. So if it means a lot to them, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to this organization as a whole. And so once again, grateful, to help you guys do your job. And so, just honored.
Alex, is that just something you've gotten more comfortable with the longer you've been around in terms of being sort of a guy that is comfortable being like, hey man, this is kind of how it's going, and sort of, I don't know, being accountable is not the right word, because the other guys are too, but you seem to be more comfortable in that position than you were.
Yeah, I mean, I think year by year, just get more comfortable. It's going to my 5th year now. It's flying by. So, year by year, it just gets more and more comfortable every year. So.
Was there ever a lot of media at Charlotte? And how did you look at around when you got here and say, okay, this is how you do it?
Yeah, I mean, it was mainly just like post game interviews, stuff like that. But I had a lot of experience my last couple years there, doing interviews and stuff like that. And so, like I said, I had a little bit of experience before I came here, and then just like I said, just year by year, just getting more comfortable, doing interviews and stuff like that.
So just whatever TJ does, but the opposite, right?
Huh?
Just whatever TJ does, but the opposite is just the right path.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I always say, just coming in as a rookie, having a guy like him that I could, look up to, a veteran guy, one of the best in the league at what he does, and just really just do a lot of the things that he's done to help set him up in his career. I try to do a lot of the same things as well, and so, I'm gonna say that.
I just meant being more friendly with us than TJ is. That's what.
Yeah. He's yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
Alex, there have been a lot of guys that have gone on to meet a career. I mean, Ryan Clark, just to name Moats, that have won this award. Is that something that you would see yourself doing when your playing days are over?
I haven't really thought too much of it. I think it's been brought up to me. Like some people have told me, like, hey, have you ever thought of doing some type of like radio or something in the future? Like you got a voice in a way, and I'm like, I haven't thought of it, but if it's something that presents an opportunity, we'll see what the future holds. But just as of right now, main focus is being the best that I can be, for the Steelers and for this team.
Your parents are both pretty outgoing. Your dad especially. How much do you think that shaped you in just having a willingness to whether do interviews or just be out talking to people?
Yeah, I mean, just growing up, my parents both instilled so many, core great values that I still carry with me to this day, and I wouldn't be the man that I am today without them. And I think one of the main ones, and just hold it at such a high standard, is just treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's just one thing that I've always carried with me, when talking to people and when serving others. And so ultimately, I think just this platform that I've been given is just to be a blessing to others, and just the way, I do like to get out in the community and serve, and so in different ways with my foundation and other things as well. And so, but once again, just so grateful for both of them, just raising me the right way, and I'm just forever grateful for them for teaching me all they've taught me and just helping me to become the man that I am.
Along those lines, why is it important for you to be available, whether it's to talk post game, even if things aren't going well, or when you're hurt? Just why do you think that, you are willing to talk in those situations?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it is important, during those times, you just really show who you are during those times of adversity. And I know we've had a lot of adversity over these last couple of weeks, but we just got to continue to stick together and continue to just get better and work harder. And so that's just really the message that I've been saying just in interviews recently. We just got to continue to stick together and work hard. But I think it's important to to do that when times are good and times are bad.
Can I ask you a quick football question?
Yeah.
You mentioned adversity. You've seen Cole, and even before he got here, deal with a lot of adversity.
Yeah.
To see him get back on the field again today, it's kind of the vibe amongst yourself and the team.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I saw him suit up in pads before practice, and I was like, yeah, Cole, because I know he's been through a lot, man. He's worked so hard over this past year just to get back on the field, and so it's just awesome seeing him back out there because just how gruesome his injury was, and just see just how hard he's worked. It's just a true testament to him and everything he's done, and so just seeing him back out in the field is just awesome. Anyone who's had a bad injury in some sort, just to be able to get back out there, doing what they love is just awesome to see.
Well, Zach, the Pittsburgh chapter of the Pro Football Writers Association votes on a Rookie of the Year every year. This year, it was nearly unanimous. You were selected as the Rookie of the Year from the Pittsburgh PFWA chapter. The things that we considered when voting for you was, during training camp, Nate Herbig had the injury. You stepped right in. Pretty seamless transition, it looked like, at least from our perspective. And, the center position here is something that has a lot of prestige to it. It's a long history and tradition of strong offensive line play, and you seem like you really have an opportunity to step up and be one of the next greats at the position. And you beat Russ in Uno during training camp, so that, also really factored heavily into our vote. So congratulations on Rookie of the Year.
Well, thank you. That's a great honor. So thank you all.
Zach, how would you sort of characterize your season?
It's flown by, honestly. It's gone by fast. I feel like I've learned a lot. Just try to build week by week, get a little bit better every week, and just focus on how I can get better and how I can make our team better and just stuff like that.
How do you think you're a better player now than you were when you showed up at Latrobe?
I'll just say, just overall, just being more comfortable with, the playbook, making calls, reading defenses. At first I had to kind of think, and now I feel like I'm just kind of out there just playing football again, and it's a lot less, thinking for me.
Zach, among the players, who have you leaned on to really help you through this process?
Yeah, I would say, just the older guys in the room. In training camp it was Nate and Jimmy, and all those guys got hurt. So throughout the season it's been Isaac, just bouncing questions off of him, and he's given me a lot of really great feedback. He's seen a lot.
How tough was it to come back from the ankle injury? When you talk about getting more comfortable, it seemed like you hit a groove and then you deal with the injury. What was that process like to just get reacclimated after it?
Yeah, that was tough. That was the first time I'd ever missed time during a season ever, except for last year when I missed the bowl game. But yeah, that was tough on me. It's definitely not a good feeling, being out and not being able to go. But then, once I got back in against Washington, just started clicking again. It just kind of sucked.
What did you learn about yourself during that?
For me, it was just, again, taking it day by day. It's, when it first happened, there's nothing I could do except maximize recovery and treatment. And, that's all I could do day by day. I couldn't look at, I'm not playing, I'm hurt, I can't go this week. It was just more like take it day by day and just control what I can control.
Zach, what's it been like working with Russ? How is that relationship kind of going?
Yeah, he's a great leader. Just a great leader, and it's been great being with him, just the way he commands the huddle, commands the offense. Again, he's another guy that's obviously seen a lot of football, seen a lot of things, so just gives me advice, stuff like that.
Zach, for you, what's been the most challenging aspect of the transition from college to the NFL?
I would go back to, it was kind of that same thing, how I said I was thinking at first. I kind of, it was a new playbook, kind of, at first I had to really think through things, kind of like that same idea as, now I just feel like I'm playing football again. But
do you remember when that clicked for you? Was it like preseason? Was it early in the season?
I would say probably 2 or 3 games in, because like preseason, then we got to the first game, and everything wasn't like perfect, but I just felt more and more comfortable. Probably once I got a couple games in, it started to click.
Zach, the offensive line went through a bunch of injuries kind of early on. You guys have kind of settled in as a group over the last couple games. Just, I guess, what was that adversity like? Just kind of going from switching a bunch of different starting offensive lines to kind of having that consistency.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy in the beginning of the year. Everyone was dropping with injuries. Unfortunately, it's just next man up, and that's kind of what we all did. I had to come in. Mason had to step up, and then kind of like you said, I feel like we've kind of found a groove, and kind of we at least haven't had to keep shuffling people around, so that part's been nice.
Are you and the other rookies tight? I mean, because you guys are you guys are not just on the roster, you guys are playing impactful snaps late in the season.
Yeah, we're all pretty close, and it's nice to have a guy like Mason to, we're both rookies. We're both, went through the same things as far as first training camp, first everything, and Troy too. It was unfortunate that, Troy wasn't able to go through the season with us. But yeah, it's just nice to have those guys and, go through it together with them.
Let's do one more, guys. Alex is.
Brooke mentioned you come from, look, you're basically a local guy. There's a big tradition here of Steelers centers. You're a second-round pick. I mean, you play week 1. I mean, you didn't seem to let any of those expectations that come with the job that you have, and you haven't seemed to let that affect you. How have you sort of stayed grounded?
I would say I'm not just focused on how I can be the best every day. I don't really look ahead. I just kind of take everything day by day, practice by practice. And, I feel like if you look ahead at kind of those things, then you can kind of get off track, I guess. So just try not to look ahead, I guess.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all.